Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Subaru in Ewing, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. This is the base trim. Ice silver metallic is the color. Cloth interior, black. We do have symmetrical all-wheel drive. So what do we want to do today? Well, I want to know from you, if you're looking at the Crosstrek and you want to save some money, would you buy the base trim? Would you look at this as an option? So let's go through the car and you can tell me during the video, and let's dig in. The front end of our Crosstrek, again, ice silver metallic is the color. Goes great against the flat black. We do have LED headlamps on here, standard bulbs for turn signals. These areas here, these are plugs for the fog lamps. Once you move up to a higher level trim, they're not available on the base trim, but the front end looks good. Like how it looks. Got some flat black cladding. Let me know what you guys think. Moving in closer, what do we have going on here? We have a 17-inch gloss black machined aluminum alloy wheel, Subaru badge on the center cap. Now these are wrapped in Yokohama Geolander all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 60 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, symmetrical, all-wheel drive. Moving on back out, full side profile, no chrome accents on the side of the vehicle at all. We do have the flat black plastic around the wheel wells and on the bottom of the door sills. As we move in closer, we do have functional side air curtains. They come through the front and out the back here, so that's a good deal. We have flat black on our side view mirror, however, no turn signals. As you can see, the plug right here for those LED turn signals, not available on the base trim. Flat black on the front and rear door handle. Right side fuel filler cap. Up top, we do have a roof spoiler coming off the top. Flat black shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Rear end of the Crosstrek, again, the ice silver metallic with the flat black accents. We do have the wiper down below on the glass. I do like the way they have these tail lights and turn signals, especially the turn signals up top and not down below. We do have standard bulbs for the turn signals, looks like LED for the tail lights, and we do have a bumper protector that kind of has this nice mountainous parkland design on it. Looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think. And of course, our exhaust is tucked up underneath the bumper. We're under the hood of this 24 Crosstrek base, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Subaru's 2-liter naturally aspirated flat 4 engine mated to a Lineartronic CVT with low mode, 152 horsepower, 145 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 27 in the city, 34 on the highway, 29 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Now, if you want the more powerful 2.5-liter flat 4, then you have to move up to the Sport, Limited, or Wilderness trims. Both the base and the premium trim get this 2-liter engine. Let me know what you think about your power plant choices. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 24 Subaru Crosstrek base trim is $25,195. We do have a few options on the vehicle, which we'll go over when we take a look at the window sticker. But once we add those in and our destination and delivery fee of $1,345, from Subaru's Ota, Japan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $27,204. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the door panel, up front on the top of the door panel is hard plastic, but where you put your arm is a gray fabric, which makes it soft, which I like. Now, we have a black door handle. We have that faux carbon fiber look in and around the door handle, which I do like. It's better than just sticking a plain old flat black panel there. And now our armrest, nice and soft, semi-soft I would say, flat black on the switchgear, nice large door pocket, and we do have the standard audio system. Up top we're going to have soft touch, we're going to go plastic in gray, and then we're going to have, again, the faux carbon fiber look to kind of break up the way everything looks in here. So we're going black, gray, faux carbon fiber, and then some black, and then we do have a nice large glove box. All right, infotainment system, fully integrated, vertically mounted, dual panel with our heat and air vents on either side. And this is Subaru's base system, so that you don't have that large 11.6-inch one screen look here. You get a dual panel screen. Wired CarPlay, Android Auto. Officially, Subaru has it listed as a 7-inch system. Up top, you're going to get your app settings, phone, Bluetooth your phone, radio, media, touch screen, so you got the swipeability. So that is nice. Radio stations. We do have our standard radio stations, and you do get Sirius XM. Not all base systems provide you access to Sirius XM, so I do like that. And then we can go back to our home button up top, and again, go to our media library on our phone, go to our apps right here that they have. There's our CarPlay and Android Auto sitting right there, and our Sirius XM travel link. We can get back out nice and easy. Now down below is where you're going to have your dual climate control right here, and if you hit it, it'll pop up and you can go ahead and auto sync max AC where you want the air conditioning to come from. Then you have your X modes down here, off or on if you would like. So they got you covered here, and that's nice having the X modes in a base trim. I like that. Auto stop start and that kind of thing. Vehicle control settings right here. They still have the steering responsive headlights in a base trim. That's where the headlights follow you as you turn. I do really like that feature, and I like the fact that Subaru has that in a base trim vehicle here in the Crosstrek. And we have more settings down below where you can go ahead and set those up. So it's a nice, easy system to use. Now, when we go to reverse, our backup camera is going to show up top, nice and clear, with trajectory, no problem at all. So I do like how they have that. And if I haven't mentioned before, you have a physical volume and tuning knob. Your 4-way hazards are up here. And then you can adjust cooling right here for either front passenger. And then you have your defrost. Down below, we do have an aux jack and a USB-A. No wireless charging pad, no heated seats, no heated steering wheel, but this is the base trim. Here we go with our gear shift to take you through this Lineartronic CVT. And then down further, you have an electric parking brake, or excuse me, emergency brake, 2 cup holders. We have a 12 volt right there, so they got you covered. And then the key is not a push button. This is a standard key right here. And I'll take it out to give you guys show you guys. Here it is. And even though it's a standard key, you still have lock, unlock, and pop the tailgate on the actual key. So they got you covered there. We're just going to stick it in and turn on the vehicle. There you have it. And now we have our nice semi-soft armrest. Open it up. We have a fairly large area for storage. Subaru steering wheel. We have a soft touch steering wheel, but we have nice 10 and 2 notches. We have the Subaru emblem on our horn button. Round bottom wheel, but I have no problem getting in and out of the vehicle. On the left, you're going to have your telephone voice commands, your source button, and the controls for the 4.2-inch digital portion of your dash and your volume. On the right, you're going to have your cruise control, safety suite control, steering assist, and your S and I drive, which is a nice touch on a base trim Crosstrek. On the left, you're going to have your headlight controls, and on the right, you're going to have your front and rear wiper controls, your trip reset right up here, and then over here on the left, the only thing we're going to have going on is a brighten and dim the dash button. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So that's a good deal. And then we have our analog digital combo. Analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then you have a small 4.2-inch digital display in the center. And you can go through additional information that you may want to see when you're going down the road. Overhead console, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here moves all the way to the left on door. And when you open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, your lighting will dim out. Then we have our standard framed rear view mirror with a dimming function. So they got you covered there. Hello. And then over here, we're going to have our vanity. No light. Does the visor slide? No, but you have an extension. Right above our rear view mirror is the Subaru EyeSight suite of technology. So they got you covered there. And one extra thing, the cruise control here is adaptive cruise. And I think those two things are really, really good pieces of technology, especially on a base trim Crosstrek. Getting in the back seat of the Crosstrek. Here we go. Seat set for my driving position. Duck your head down a little bit getting in if you're a taller person. As you can see, the roof line does slope down, but once you're in, I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". We have black cloth all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger, and here in the back, no heat and air vents, no USB connectivity in the rear here in the Space Trim Crosstrek. And then the rear door panel, instead of having the fabric up top to make it soft, that's all hard black plastic up top. There's no faux carbon fiber around your black door handle, but you still have a soft armrest. So a little bit of cost cutting. Here in the back, same black cloth, same design, not much of a change there. No center armrest. I'd like to see one in here. Let me know what you guys think. But overall, it's pretty comfortable here in the back of this Crosstrek. All right, getting in the cargo area of this Crosstrek base, it's a manual tailgate. So you just come to the back. Underneath the Subaru emblem, there's a button. You hit it, lift up nice and light. Now, with the rear seats up, we're looking at 20 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Crosstrek base. Moving on in, we have the carpeted Crosstrek floor mats back here. We have the all-season Crosstrek cargo mat, and underneath that, we do have tools and a spare. So thank you, Subaru, for the spare. We do have some lighting back here as well. So we'll show you that. Looking good. We do have some tie downs. We have a little cubby over here for storage. And on the other side, again, another little cubby down here for storage and some more tie downs. So they got you covered as far as that goes. Now, we do have this security shade or tonneau cover, which is removable. And if you get the rear seats down, pretty easy. You just have to reach in, pull the knob, and throw them down. Reach in, pull the knob, and throw them down. And now, with the rear seats down and that tonneau cover out, we're looking at 54.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Crosstrek. Window sticker on the Crosstrek. Here we go, 24 Crosstrek. There's a Consumer Reports recommended vehicle safety ratings. There is your fuel economy estimates. Made in Japan by Subaru. Standard equipment. Optional equipment. Total vehicle MSRP. Let's take this baby up for a spin. All right, we're heading down the road in this 24 Crosstrek base. Great visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirrors, rear view mirror, no problem at all. We do have the Subaru EyeSight, and we do have lane keep assist in that jazz, but we do not have blind spot monitoring or cross traffic alert in this base Crosstrek. So that's something I probably would like to see, especially since Subaru prides themselves on safety. I think that should be in all their vehicles, but let me know what you think. But ride-wise, well damped, no problem there. Steering, it's light, maybe a bit vague, but not bad. I mean, it is a point A to point B crossover SUV, so you can't expect too much out of this as far as sportiness goes. If you want more sporty feel, you may want to just hook up onto the sport trim. But here we come down the road. We're going to hit our brakes. Stops easily, no problem at all. Good brakes. Now we'll come down, we'll do our turning radius. 17.72 feet on the turning radius in this Crosstrek. Right around it goes, spins right around easily. You got the symmetrical all-wheel drive that's going to get the power to the ground. And this 2-liter, it's a fairly light car, the Crosstrek. This 2-liter isn't bad. You can go up to the 2.5-liter flat 4 if you want to move up to at least the sport trim to get that. But if this is good enough for you, then you have the base or the premium, and I'll put the review we did on the premium trim at the end of this one, so you can get an idea what the difference is between the base and one up from base, if this is the price point you're looking at. But just as the way this vehicle is put together, it drives well, it handles pretty well. It's got really good damping on the suspension. It's quiet, it's well put together. This one is made in Japan. Some of the Crosstreks, I believe, are made in the United States, but this one came from Japan, which I know a lot of people like when they're looking for a Subaru, so I figured I'd mention that. The infotainment system, yeah, it's the base system, but you got everything you need. You have your wired CarPlay, Android Auto, you got a USB-A connector, and it's about $5 from Amazon to buy an A to C connector adapter for your phone if you got a C connector on your phone, so that's not a big deal. You got X modes, which is, you know, pretty cool in a base trim vehicle. You got steering responsive headlights, which is good. You got adaptive cruise, which is good. You got the eyesight technology, which is good, all in this base trim vehicle. The only thing I think it's really missing is the blind spot monitoring and the cross traffic alert. But other than that, it's got everything you pretty much well need. You don't have heated seats, you don't have a heated steering wheel, so if you're in the Northeast and you like that, well, maybe the base trim isn't for you. But it's not, it's pretty good. At $27,000 plus, it's a pretty good value proposition here in this crossover utility vehicle segment. And I think that's why Subaru sells so many Crosstreks. They have a nice bandwidth across their trim levels from what you can get and what you can spend. And they also provide symmetrical all-wheel drive at no additional cost on all trim levels, which I think brings a lot of value because people like this all-wheel drive system. It's one of the best all-wheel drive systems in the industry. And this 2-liter engine is pretty peppy. So I'm pretty impressed with this 2-liter engine, as I was when we drove the premium trim a few months ago when this vehicle first came out. Because this is a refresh, redesign, if you want to call it that, for the 2024 Crosstrek, and this is the last trim that we haven't seen on the Crosstrek for 24. I have a video out. We've seen the Wilderness, we've seen the Limited, we've seen the Premium and the Sport, and now the base. And the base isn't the easiest one to find because most dealers aren't going to order a base Crosstrek for dealer stock. They'll probably order a Premium before they order the base for dealer stock. So we got lucky here that Ciocca Subaru and Ewing ordered one of these for dealer stock so we could take a look at what it brings to the table. So now we're going to come down, we're going to stop, and now I'm going to take off, see how she does. And it gets up to speed okay. It's not going to set fires. You know, if you want to move up in engines to the 2.5 liter, you buy the Sport, you spend a little bit more money, and you get about 30 more horsepower roughly. I think maybe it's 31, somewhere in there, and a similar amount of extra torque. But the 2.5 liter is going to be a little bit more smooth off the takeoff, I think. But let me know what you think. Is the Crosstrek base something you would look at if you're looking for a crossover that gives you the flexibility of some good cargo room, plenty of room for your passengers, and gives you some value in its safety and its tech at this price point? Or is this a little bit too bare for you and you're going to go move up in trims on your Crosstrek? Or are you going to go somewhere else completely with your hard-earned money for your crossover SUV? You let me know what you think, but I do want to thank Ciocca Subaru here in Ewing, New Jersey for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek base in ice silver metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.